In 1985, Rotary International committed to a goal of ending polio worldwide. Very soon now, after immunizing over 2 billion children, the goal will be achieved. Rotary, humanity in motion.
Now that eventually happened. I went to the Mayflower Hotel and met with Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama, and Hillary told all of us to get right, and we did. She told all of us to help this man become the next president. That was in June of this past year.
They'll do anything to maintain power.
Yeah, well, we'll do anything to get into power and stop George Bush having 4 more years with John McCain.
Yeah,
that's what we'll do.
Yeah, Bush term limits out soon.
Okay.
You guys are going to have to pick on someone new.
So I can make this quick. So I tell Hillary, you guys, Hillary Clinton is taking me to the woodshed. I mean, kind of. I said, look, number one, David Boren came out for Barack Obama. Does anybody have a reason why, by the way? Audience participation. I said David Boren came out for Barack Obama because Barack Obama was going to make David Boren Secretary of State. And Hillary goes, okay, I understand. You know, she thought, oh, makes sense. And I said, and then Brad Henry came out for Barack Obama the next day because when David Boren becomes Secretary of State for Barack Obama, then Brad Henry will become president of OU.
Not going to happen.
I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, you guys, everything I just said I made up. But the point is, at least I had something to tell Hillary Clinton. Which time I said, well, Dan Boren's on your side. And she had dinner with Dan Boren that night. Dan Boren was for Hillary, but never had to cast a vote because at the convention, Obama got the nomination unanimously.
Now, how many of y'all have ever watched Flashpoint? Let me see here. Okay.
Man.
Now, I used to show up when I was mayor. I'd show up for Flashpoint. And, you know, you really, out there in TV land, you think that these guys really prepare and they really know what, you know, we have a crack staff back crunching numbers all week.
Teleprompter.
And
we have a teleprompter?
No. But anyway, I would show up and Burns and Mike would walk in, brushing their hair back. Okay, what are we talking about today? What are we talking about?
Yeah.
And that's it. I mean,
that's it,
totally unfair.
We make it all up.
Yeah.
As we go.
We tell you some things that we everything we know and some stuff we're unsure of. So
but the point is, just like Hargis, he's run for office and got beat. So Burns and I like to say, all you got to do to get a TV show is run for governor and lose. He lost, I lost, you lost.
I lost Senate race.
He lost for, does anybody remember? He ran for U.S. Senate.
No, they don't remember.
Who beat you?
Tom Coburn. I was driving down the road.
Tom Coburn beat you.
On the last Saturday in February, 4 years ago, I'm driving down the road. Steve Largent calls me Saturday morning. And he said, hey, good news. I had dinner with Coburn last night. He's definitely not running for the Senate. And I'm thinking, I just got elected to the Senate. But I really think the Republican nominee was going to beat, at that time, Brad Carson.
Right.
That was Saturday noon. Monday morning, Coburn announces he's running for the Senate. And they had told me before I ran, you're going to do fine unless Tom Coburn runs. If Tom Coburn runs, you're going to have a hard time winning. Tom Coburn in a Republican primary is really hard to beat. So, anyway, but you know what? I got a card from Coburn a few months ago, handwritten note. Kirk, by now you figured out that you and Dan really won our election, and Carol and I really lost. So I don't regret that outcome.
Yeah, there's something to be said, for losing, because life goes on. And the truth is, politics is a tough deal. I had Uncle Ralph told me once, there's 3 things you should never do in this world. Number 1, don't ever try to climb a fence that's leaning towards you. Number 2, don't ever try to kiss a girl that's leaning away from you. And number 3 was never run for school board or city council because it's just too close.
What was that? And now I'm chairman of the most problem-ridden school district in the state of Mississippi.
He's violated almost every rule. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Back to the presidential campaign. I thought John McCain was going to pick Mitt Romney, and I'm bringing that up because I had a joke I like to tell.
You're going to pick on poor Sarah Palin.
No, I'm going to pick on Mitt Romney. John McCain, I thought was going to pick on Mitt Romney. I mean, but think about it. John McCain spent 5 years in a POW camp. Mitt Romney spent 5 years in a tanning booth. That's my line about Mitt Romney. I want to get that in. Instead, he picks Sarah Palin. I told you at the time it was a Hail Sarah. You've heard of a Hail Mary? It was a Hail Sarah. It might work. It might be a touchdown. It might be a game changer. We didn't know at the time. Turned out it hadn't worked as well as we wanted to, but I do think she got a lot to the race.
Nothing's worked as well as we wanted it to. And Barack Obama has run a perfect race for 2 years. Yep. And truth is, most people don't know much about Barack Obama except he's smooth and he looks good. And now they're trying to make him look presidential. In fact, Mike, your party is spending money to have a 30-minute infomercial on Barack Obama on 7 networks last night.
Yeah, which was smarter money than spending $150,000 for makeup and clothes for Sarah Palin.
Oh, come on.
I mean, think about it. Just let her be the way she wanted to be, but they tried to change her with Gucci and What are those other names of clothes I can't even afford and do, nor do I know. But it's been a heck. I do think she put Tabasco in the race. She kind of heated the whole race up. And I have a daughter. Her name is Sarah. And I look at the world through my daughter's eyes now. So I'm telling you straight out, for Hillary Clinton, Sarah Palin, they're very different philosophically, but I'm glad to see both of them in the headlines. Because I think it helps my daughter, and as she grows up, have a better shot at being whatever she wants to be. I'm okay with both of them.
I've got to take a diversion because your Tanny Booth story brings up a great Frank Keating story.
Okay, and Frank Keating, who may come back and do what?
He might run for governor.
Okay, there you go.
You say he can't do it, I say he can't.
Well, we're breaking news right here.
You senators, you know Todd Lamb, senator from Edmond. Todd Lamb, back when Frank Keating ran in 1994, he was a driver Todd Lamb was a driver for Frank Keating.
Yeah.
And so his campaign staff told Keating, said, you're looking kind of pale, Frank. You need to go to tanning bed. And so Frank didn't know anything about tanning bed. So Todd took a candidate to this tanning bed.
Really?
And this is true.
This under the category of TMI, too much information. Go ahead. No. This could be embarrassing to somebody.
No, well, it's going to be embarrassing to Frank Keating in a minute.
Okay, well, go ahead. I'm for the Democrats to go.
So Keating,
I do like Kathy.
Well, Frank checks into the tanning bed, and Todd thinks, well, I'll go ahead and do some tanning while I'm here. So Todd does his tanning. He comes out, and Keating's all dressed, ready to go. And Todd said, boy, Frank, you're pretty fast. And Frank goes, it got kind of hot in there, and Keating had gone into the tanning bed with his shirt and tie still on. So he had a line right here. And that is so Frank Keating. This is a guy that mowed the lawn in his coat and tie.
Okay, hold that thought. When I'm heading up the campaign for Hillary Clinton and going to all the national meetings, all we talked about was Barack Obama is going to make a mistake, right?
Now he'll make it after he's elected. We'll have to pay for it. He's going to make a mistake. Biden said so the other day, didn't he?
I understand your point, but I'm telling you, the McCain campaign's been waiting around like the Hillary Clinton campaign. He's going to make a mistake. He did not make a mistake when Hillary's running against him, and he hadn't made any mistakes in this campaign, generally speaking. And we used to say he sleeps in a suit. Barack Obama sleeps in a suit, meaning that he always gets up and looks presidential. He looks the part. It matters. And I do believe that Bill Clinton was right. So I'm at the Democratic National Convention. I'm at lunch with Hillary, about 100 people, one much bigger.
I'm glad Bill Clinton was right about something.
Yeah, Bill Clinton, I had this button. It was Obama and Biden, and everybody else was still wearing their Hillary buttons. But Hillary spoke the night before at the convention, you may have seen on TV, said, I'm for Obama. So I asked Bill Clinton, and we're that good enough. We're good enough. I mean, my wife went to the University of Arkansas. We've been with the Clintons from the very beginning.
They're close.
Okay, I'm not.
Did you stay in the Lincoln bedroom?
You bet I did. And people used to say, well, I can't believe you went there and stayed in the Lincoln bedroom again and again. I say it's better to know a president than to know of one. In any event, I'm talking to Bill Clinton. I said, what do you think of my button? He goes, Barack Obama's got to win. This is Bill Clinton, Mike Turpen. Everybody still wondering where the Clintons are. I said, what? I mean, what's what? He goes, he'll change America. I said, how? And you get to talk to Bill Clinton. Why not? He's a smart guy. Just keep asking questions. He goes, inclusivity. He said, one word, inclusivity. He said, everybody will feel like they're included once again in the American dream. And he goes, right now, after the last 8 years, a lot of people feel left out.
Yeah,
that's the most serious thought I want to share with you.
Like
that's
Republicans are going to be left out after he gets elected.
No, you'll just be asked to pay more if you make over $250,000. You'll be asked to pay more.
Well, y'all been sliding down on that. You started at $250, then Obama took it down to $200. Biden dropped it the other day to $150.
Yeah, I got you.
You're going to be dropping it down to about $50 before we're done.
Most of the Republicans I know, including this guy, maybe believe in what I call shared sacrifice. Hello. I mean, is that a shocking concept? I mean, think about it, folks. And this is the harshest thing I've ever said about George Bush. And I know it's not very popular to say. Even my own wife, when I said it on TV, said you shouldn't have said that. I said, and this is in the height of the war. I said, in Georgia,
she's taken right there.
I said, in George Bush's America, the rich get richer and the poor and middle class go to war and die. That's how I felt in the middle of this war when it was going so badly. When he decided to give the richest Americans a tax cut they didn't need, want, or ask for. What was that all about? I want a president who asked me to sacrifice, not to be selfish. That's the